Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition to the Point Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Noah Warren. Today, I'm welcoming a special guest because he's been a supporter of mine since I started this from the beginning. I appreciate that immensely. He's a great friend, and I've known him since diapers. So we go back a long ways. I welcome to the podcast my good friend Casey Ward. Ward, how are you?
Hey, Dougie, how are you?
I'm good, man.
Good to see
It's
you.
crazy times here.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, well, at least we have sports, lots to talk about.
Oh, exactly. That's the one thing I know for both of us. We don't social life kind of comes second to sports. So
Yeah,
for us, this
social
is like
life
the
out
perfect
the
time.
window.
Yeah.
Out the window.
Um, so today we're going to talk about the NHL. We may touch on the NFL at the end because Casey's he's a Cleveland Browns fan, so his team was bounced.
Believeland.
Yeah,
Believeland.
yeah, Cleveland. Anything is possible, but
Yeah.
Uh, we're going to talk about a bunch of different NHL stories. We're going to go through a couple lists that we have, including power rankings, Canadian division, our top 5 players in the game right now. But to start the season, we're a little over a week into the season. Case, one or two teams that have really impressed you so far?
Okay, I got two teams here. I got Minnesota Wild.
Mm.
I've been pretty surprised with what they had. I watched, I don't know, probably about 6 periods of their games, and Kaprizov, he's electric. I find like he's rookie year, he's coming in, a lot of hype. He went low in the draft. Slid down to wherever.
Yeah, you went 23rd.
Yeah, Bill Guerin got him late, so I thought he was pretty electric to watch. Greenway, he's pretty good. Hartman, they got that old fella there, Parise, and like I'm pretty surprised with how Cam Talbot's been playing. Not gonna lie, old Edmonton goalie. He sucked when he was there, but he's playing good off the start here in Minnesota. So I don't know, like what the hell that is. But and second team I have is the Habs.
Yeah.
The Foley's been, I don't know. He's on a mission. I don't know if he just hates Vancouver or what,
Yeah.
but I've been pretty impressed with what he's been doing last couple of nights. And just I think Montreal's got like a pretty solid back end and goalie tandem. So I've just been surprised in how well they've came in this year. So
Yeah, no, I got two as well, and Montreal is one of them. Toffoli, I don't know if he's played better than since like the 2014 Stanley Cup final.
yeah,
Honestly, and
really,
I don't know if he hates Vancouver either, because clearly he does, or like the
they
city
definitely
did something
undercut him
to
on
him
some
because he's
cash.
just a man possessed. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, 5 goals in the last two nights. I don't know if he's getting bonuses for scoring that many goals like in Vancouver, but Vancouver wants Montreal to get the hell out of that city
oh
because
yeah,
they're torching
yeah,
them.
yeah. No, his agent definitely swindled some bucks out of that on the just devouring on Vancouver.
Right. But yeah, no, Montreal, they've been so impressive to me. I love the addition of Josh Anderson. I mean, I mentioned that a ton on the podcast, just
The
my
unicorn.
unicorns.
Yeah.
I think Romanov's been a really good ad. A guy who doesn't get talked about a lot is Edmondson. He came over from Carolina. He
Yeah.
just plays, and he gives you minutes every night, and you don't notice him. But sometimes those are the best kind of defensemen. You don't have to worry about them.
Yeah. I agree.
And
Like,
Jake Allen's 2-0 in his starts. It's hard to say he's not one of the top backup goaltenders in the NHL. I mean, he's still a very good goaltender.
for sure. Like, and even like you have guys like Petrie and Weber, they've been getting it done in the league for a long time. Weber's, I think, 4 games off 1,000 now.
Yeah,
And,
he's right there.
So, I mean, poor guy's got to buy him something nice for 1,000 games. But,
Yeah.
He's been doing it a long time. And, Romanov's going to have some good guys ahead of him to show him the way, right? So.
Right. And yeah, I liked your Minnesota pick. They've had a good start. Kaprizov's a lot of fun to watch. I wish he went by Kaprizov because that's just easier to pronounce. Kaprizov just sounds weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of these freaking Russians, and they change their
I had to
name
go
80
watch some
times.
KHL film to get his name down.
Yeah, I gotta roll in some game tape here and figure that one out at the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think it was Kaprizov at the Olympics last 2 years ago. So I don't know what the hell happened between then and there, but
Yeah.
drug smuggling or something. I don't know. He had to change it, but
Yeah.
um,
Russian mafia.
yeah, yeah. And my second team, this team's gonna be good, but I just like the way they played so far. Vegas, uh,
Yeah.
they're still undefeated. I think their back end is top notch. I mean, with Shea Theodore and Alex Petrangelo, it's hard to. I think they rival Tampa's decor with Martinez back there. White Cloud has really taken a nice step for them. I like his game. They
Yeah.
lose Schmidt, but they still have a really impressive team. And again, as we know, Case in the NHL, if you don't have goaltending, you can't win. And
Yeah.
they
I
got
agree.
two really guys that could be number ones on their team.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like that's a big thing in the league now, man. You need a couple goalies to play. Like I know it's shortened season, but like you still need guys that are going to be able to play, 30, 40 games, here and there. You need a guy that can, sub in on a night your goalie's not feeling it, right?
Yeah.
So I've been impressed with Vegas as well. Like I think when it comes down to it, I think, them and Tampa are going to go, they could be going the distance this year. So,
Yeah.
never know,
No.
I guess.
Yeah. Just last night, I know I didn't mark this down, but I thought I'd ask you, what did you think about the Pierre-Luc Dubois? Played 3 minutes, 55 seconds of the whole, he didn't play the whole second period, the whole third, and overtime. Played 3 minutes for the entire game. What do you think is going to happen there?
Man, I'm a Tortorella fan.
Yeah, me too.
So, he plays it by his own way. He does what he wants. And, I think Dubois has made it pretty clear, like, he doesn't want to stay.
Mhm.
But, like, that's crazy, benching the guy in the first period. I mean, like, guy's a millionaire and he's getting benched in the first period. I mean, I was making like penny change in junior A and I got, 3-4 minutes of ice time a game. I didn't care, but it's different in the National League.
Mhm. Yeah, that was crazy because I was flipping between games and I see Dubois and he's just like sitting on the bench chewing on his nails and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then after the game, it's showing his ice time and I'm like, holy hell, like this is not
Yeah.
going to go well. And Torts
It
after
was,
the game's just classic Torts and I love him for it. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that with you guys to the media. And
yeah.
he's just, like they may have to, I didn't think they trade him in season because I thought he'd just play it out, but I think they're going to have to now because you
Oh,
can't.
100%. I think
I
so.
mean, I mean, that bridge was so burned last night. I mean, you're playing Tampa Bay, the best team in NHL, and you play your second best player 4 minutes.
Yank him. See
Yeah.
ya. Man, if I was Dubois, I'd be on a one-way ticket out of there. I
Yeah.
don't care where they send me.
Yeah.
I'd go to Ottawa, for God's sake.
Yeah. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad spot for him.
Right now, it'd be pretty dandy. They're looking all right.
Yeah. I know he wants, it's reported he wants to go to Montreal. He's obviously a French guy, but if
I
the
don't see it.
reports are true and it's Suzuki and Romanoff, there's no way in hell I'm making that trade.
No. Bergevin could go on a bender for about 3 weeks and he still wouldn't make that trade, I don't think.
No. I mean, you get these young defensemen that are so good. I mean, you look at, Columbus would never trade Seth Jones. I mean, Nashville was
Or
stupid
Werenski.
enough to do it. Yeah,
I
or
don't think they
Werenski.
trade. Yeah, no.
So
Like,
centers you can find easier in the draft and hope that they
oh,
pan out more than defensemen because their defensemen are so hard to get right, like and be a number one. Like it's tough.
yeah, no. If you draft good defensemen, like you find late picks that are, there's guys that have been drafted in like Weber and all them. They've been drafted
Mm-hmm.
late picks. Like not every first rounder is going to be a, stud in the league, and you could say that 100 times over, right?
Yeah.
So if you get those guys late in the draft, man, you can, develop them, let them see like your top D do what they do day in, day out, then you're going to get some good unmovable pieces. And I think that's what Bergevin is getting out of Romanov. So,
No, agreed completely. We talked about Toffoli off the top. Who are some other players that have really stood out to you to start the year?
okay, I got 2 sets of teammates. I got Travis Konechny and Kevin
Mhm.
Hayes.
Yeah.
They've been red hot. Like, I think they've been playing pretty good. I watched them have that pretty big gaff the other night there against Buffalo. That was hard to watch. I'm thinking Philly's gonna, be a pretty good team in their division. I don't know if they have what it takes to finish first in the division, but like I
Yeah,
think
it's
with
tough.
Carter Hart and their guys they got rolling, they should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Jack Eichel and Taylor Hall, and
Right.
then I got Kaprizov to finish that off.
Yeah, Buffalo. This is so Buffalo. They look so good on like their first two lines. Like on paper, they're fantastic. And I watched that game Monday night too, and that was just a clinic. Like
Oh yeah,
it's a bad night for Philly when Curtis Lazar scores 2 goals. And Curtis Lazar, like you could have pulled 100 people and they would have said, yeah, he's playing in Austria. Like they,
100%.
is he that World Junior guy? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy with the burgers there.
Yeah. But
Chucking them in Ottawa.
Buffalo, they got. I like Hall. I think Olofsson's a really good player too. He can shoot the puck. Like he's good.
I'll be
Um,
interested to see if Cousins does all right there too this year.
yeah. I hope that they give him a chance because I could see them moving him down to like the taxi squad or something, which
Yeah,
let him play if you're Buffalo. I mean, they play Washington tonight. Washington's without their top 4
COVID
players.
squad.
Yeah, that's Jesus. That whole COVID thing. And I talked about that last night. I was just pissed off about it. And I was more mad at the league than the players. So you're telling me that other teams across the NHL aren't having card games in their rooms, and now they're
Yeah,
just like picking on Ovechkin, of course. If this was everybody thinks I hate Crosby, but I don't. If this was Crosby and Gensel, they would probably throw them a parade and give them a cake for Christ's sake. I mean, this is but
no, they would have it recorded in Pittsburgh. They'd be like, "Yeah, big money game here,"
yeah. Mario would be down there smoking cigs and being like, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're having a good time here."
Welcome to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, welcome to Pittsburgh recruits.
Yeah, in and out like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, exactly. Big Ben's coming on the road and they're just having a good time. But a couple guys I put on, just guys I didn't even expect to be big contributors this early. Maxime Comtois for the Ducks. He scored their first 3 goals of the year, and they're not a good team, but that could bode well for him just because he's going to get opportunities. He's obviously a former captain at the World Juniors for Canada, but he's got game, and the Ducks aren't going to be that interesting when it comes to standings, but they got a lot of young guys that should be fun to watch here over the course of the year.
Yeah, I think the Ducks are going to look good in like the next 3-4 years. Like they got drafted the Isdale kid. They got Zegras, MVP of the World Juniors. I think he was probably like top 3 players in the World Juniors this year.
Yeah, bro,
but
100%.
Sent down, right? I don't really know what that's all about, but
yeah. And then I had Nick Ritchie for the Bruins. Boston hadn't scored a 5-5 goal until last night in the third period. I was watching that game. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like they were just sputtering, and they score 4 in the third. I'm like, what? Carter Hart just became a freaking
piece of cheese.
Just a bunch of holes in it. Just the boat's just collapsing. But Ritchie, he's been getting some of their scoring opportunities. They lost Monday, but he got 4 shots. He's a big physical guy. He's the a power forward. I like his game, and I think he could be big if Boston makes the playoffs. He'll have to contribute.
Yeah, Boston, they're not looking too hot right now without Pasta.
No,
they're struggling.
I love Pasternak. Oh, he's
good.
He's so good. Leafs fans don't even know how good he is.
Take him for granted, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bruins fans take him for granted, but the Leafs fans see their little Mitch Marner there, and I'm like, move over.
Yeah, considering Kent County is broken down into thirds, it's either Montreal, Toronto, or Boston.
Yeah,
there's a pretty big hate there for the other teams.
Yeah, and the last one I just added, they haven't played many games this week. I don't know. They played Monday, and then they don't play till Sunday. But Calgary, I think Markstrom's been good. Sometimes a lot of goalies start the year haven't been good. Like Price has had one good game, and then he played pretty brutal against Toronto in the opener. And against Vancouver on Wednesday, he wasn't great either. But Markstrom's been really good. I mean, twice against his old team, and he's just shut the door on them. And I think in Vancouver, they're panicking a little bit right now.
Oh, big time. They're I wouldn't be hitting the red flags right yet. Maybe
Yeah.
after last night, because last night they took some pretty hard licks to their decor.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was pretty high on Vancouver coming in, and like Markstrom and Tanev just, they are a force to be reckoned with, I think, over in Calgary. Like they said, you know what, you guys passed on us, didn't want us, we're gonna take it out on you. And Markstrom just stood on his head. Like, he is unreal.
Yeah, I don't know how you let a goalie like that walk. There's only so many number ones in the league, and you gotta lock them up when you can. But good on Calgary. They haven't had a number one goaltender since like Kiprzov, so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
a
good
good
on
time
them.
for them. So we're talking about Calgary. We're gonna go through our Canadian Division power rankings. This should be interesting.
Yes,
We're
it
gonna
should
go
be.
from seven to one. So we'll start. You can start, and then I'll say my set. We'll go from there. I'm sure we'll have some the same, but I'm sure we'll have some differences here.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have some differences for sure.
Yeah. Who do you got at number 7? Start the year.
Right now for 7, I got Vancouver.
Wow.
Man, just what I've seen the past few nights, like that, the game that went to the gimmick was, it is what it is.
Shout out gimmick. I love it.
Yeah, I hate it. That it had. I pulled a Noah Warren card, and when it came on, I shut it off and I went home, went to bed. I said,
Love it.
that's it.
Love it. Yes.
But I don't think they're missing Tanev. Quinn Hughes with Hamonic, is not the same as Tanev.
Hammonick's look rough. Oof.
Yeah, and I thought Holtby was going to be a good switch over from Markstrom, but man, his game is not what it was in Washington. So
No.
they're looking rough, and they have Hughes, and he's off to a bit of a slow start. Pedersen, he's off to a slow start. I just think they're not doing the best right now.
Yeah, we're not too far off. I got them 6th. The only thing I could really say has been going good, but it's with a grain of salt, is their power play. But then last night they gave up 2 shorthanded goals, so that was. But
Yeah.
JT Miller, him being back's big for them. I mean, he's a good player. Like, he's not talked about how good of a player he is, but him and Horvat, when he's on that half wall and he finds Horvat and Salah, I mean, they're dynamic. But yeah, Hammonick's been a mess so far, and now he's injured. Yuli Levy, they played him one game, and now they're like, no, we don't. Still no faith in you.
Send him back to Sweden.
I don't know if he's still in Sweden or what. Like, he doesn't even look like he's on the ice. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
Looks like he took the full 10 months off.
Yeah.
Hate to say it because, I thought they played, real good in the playoffs there, in the fall. But man, like I was big on them coming into the season, but man, like after this little sample size of what we've seen, like, nah, it's not a good look in Vancouver.
Yeah. Hopefully they can turn it around, but they got some problems there because Travis Green's in the last year of his contract too as head coach, and they're not going to re-sign it, which makes no sense to me. I mean, he's a good freaking coach. If he gets let go, he'll get a job in 2 minutes. But yeah, hopefully they can find their game because they play Montreal again tomorrow. They want Montreal to never come back to Vancouver because.
And to think they got to play again and again and again and again this season, right?
And it's such
Foley's gonna have a field day.
I know that in that Canadian division, Winnipeg plays Ottawa 3 times this week, and then Montreal plays Vancouver 3 times this week. Just this crazy year. But yeah, I have them 6, but we're right there. I'm gonna go 7 just with Ottawa. I like their compete level. They've been in pretty much every game they played. Their opener, they owned Toronto. I mean, that wasn't even close. Matthews and Marner might as well have taken the game off. They were just outworked, that whole team. But Tuesday night they got Winnipeg in a back-to-back. They dominated them, but yet Winnipeg somehow found a way to win that game. And I was like, come on, Ottawa, you gotta win that one.
Yeah.
But I think Matt Murray's been better has had a decent start to the year, but they got a lot. They're a fun team to watch just because of all their young talent. I mean, Batherson's had a good start. Obviously, Stützle's been hurt, but he's electric. I like. I mean, they still got Chabot there. I mean, Kachuk was getting involved physically last night. He's just like his brother. I love him too. So
Yeah,
they got a lot of positives. I just think they don't have as much talent as the rest of the division.
yeah. And like I got them sixth.
Right.
I like them more than the Canucks just based on, compete level. Like
Right.
I think Murray's a question mark for me. Like I'm
Mhm.
not, really sold on his game. That's just my opinion. Like he won a couple cups, but I mean, other than that, like he's got a little bit more to prove himself, I think. But like just the young guys up front that they have, I think they're doing pretty well. I know you hate Zaitsev, and I think he played not bad
He's
last
had a
night.
really good start to the year. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he has been playing not bad. I know you just torch him like,
Yeah.
but he's actually looked mediocre. He's
No,
better
he's
than the
looked. No, you're right. No, you're right. I'm glad you pointed that out. He's looked good to start the year. I just hate soft ass defensemen, and that's
I
been
agree. I
MO.
agree.
That's why you got like Travis Dermott, who I'm not a big fan of either, because he's the same. But
Yeah.
this is a funny. I don't know if we talked about this before. I talked about this with my parents. If you watch Travis Dermott, think of think of our pal Dawson Warman and how he plays. They're very similar. Watch him how much he moves around out there, and think of Dawson how he plays.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I'm gonna be on that one now that you mentioned that.
Yeah,
I don't
Dawson's
know if
not
Dawson's gonna
looking at this and be
appreciate
really
the
offended,
stabs, but
but Dermott's in the NHL, Dawson. So it's
yeah.
a
I mean,
compliment.
Dawson's got the work ethic to go to the NHL, but he's rather make the Bucks play being an engineer, right? So
Yeah, to each their own. A lot of
yeah,
different
yeah.
paths.
He's gonna be making the greatest wonders of the world, right? So
Right, he's gonna making buildings, making towers, like just Lord of the
oh
Rings
yeah,
sets, whatever he wants to do. Like we're all
yeah.
for it. Um,
Especially on To the Point.
yes, exactly. Who do you got fifth?
I got Edmonton in the 5 hole here.
Yeah,
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 man. Like for like guys with like they got the two of like the everyone says they're the two best players in the game, but I don't see it right now. Like they're not full game players. Like I think they worry about the offensive zone and they kind of just hang the goalies right out to dry. And the D there are a mess in
yeah.
Edmonton.
Edmonton, God, their goaltending's terrible, and now they got. I don't know how they didn't upgrade it in the offseason. I don't know how you come back
Oh,
with Koskinen and Smith.
like I don't know. Like I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm pretty sure they fired their coach, the guy that signed Koskinen the day after they signed him. Did he
Yeah,
not?
no, yeah. Shirelli signed Koskinen 4-year extension. They fire him the next day. They fired Peter Shirelli. I don't.
Like what? Like go after
Ownership
Markstrom
say yes if they know they're
bump.
going to can him.
Like, or even go back after Talbot since he's so hot off the start.
I don't know. That was, but Smith's been long in the tooth for about 5 years now. He's 38, but he's more like 45. He's just so can't do.
Yeah,
Koskinen is a backup goaltender at best. I think Ethan Bear is a good defenseman, but they're asking him to do too much.
yeah,
We see teams do this all the time where they don't have a number one defenseman and then they stick a guy who's probably better suited to be a 3 in the number 1 slot, and it can kill a career. I mean, it killed Dion Phaneuf's career.
oh yeah. Like I get that take 100%. Like I'm a big fan of Ethan Bear's game. Like I think he brings quite a bit to the table, but they're asking him to do way too much. And like he scratched the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he hasn't been the worst Oilers defenseman. Like not by a long shot. But I
Larson's
mean,
been the worst. Oof.
who's that?
Larson.
Yeah, Larson. Yeah. Oh man, don't even get me started. Yeah, just that is just like I think I don't know if you would agree with this take or not, but I would say like the North Division in general like has the weakest defense. Like
Yeah, I don't
there's not
disagree with
much
you.
depth on any team. Like we talked about it like earlier in the fall, but like there's not much for like teams like they have like maybe a number one defenseman or a guy that's like a number three that's trying to be the number one.
Right.
But like it, Montreal looks
To
pretty
your
solid so
point, like
far.
I think Quinn Hughes, they're hoping he can be a number one defenseman. I think it's overstating it saying he's a number one defenseman right now. I mean, he's in his second season. Toronto, Morgan Riley's not a number one defenseman for me. He's been there for however long now. He's not a number one defenseman. Edmonton, they don't even know what a number one defenseman looks like. So that's
Ryan Whitney.
Chris Pronger in 06. That was the last one they had. He's doing something else now. He's not playing hockey.
Yeah.
Selling property with his wife.
Yeah, selling real estate.
Yeah, Giordano's not a number one anymore. He's too old. Ottawa, Shabbat, maybe. Like, that's how crazy it is. Shabbat might be the closest thing to a number one defenseman. He's on the worst team.
Yeah. Like I said, besides Montreal, I think Tanev looks good in Calgary.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really see very many good defensemen in the North.
No, if I think of Montreal, I mean, Weber, I'd still put him as a number one. I think he's really good. Petrie is
good number two.
Really good number two, like elite.
And they've been doing it a long time.
Yeah, another guy Edmonton had, and they couldn't.
Yeah, let him slip through the grips.
Make it work there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are the Yakupov days when they had back there and they kept force feeding him, and him and Justin Schultz, and they both went on to greener pastures.
Yeah, they froze Yakupov out of Edmonton. He was -25 one year.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I agree with that. I got Edmonton 5-2. Connor. I don't think Connor's had a great start to the year either. He's been fair for me, but I think he's so pissed off with this roster, and he knows if he doesn't score, he's got Nygaard and Shore and all these guys. Yeah, these guys coming on the fourth line. He's like, who the hell are you? Like,
yeah,
pulled you off the street or what? Like,
yeah, McDavid could pay their salary to stay home. Like, hate to say it, boys, but stay home.
You and your wife go have a nice dinner. You stay home.
On me.
Yeah, on me. I'll babysit. I'll get a babysitter for the kids. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
How about fourth? Who do you got fourth?
I got the Leafs in the 4-hole.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Yeah, this was a back and forth for me. I put Winnipeg fourth, even though I think Winnipeg's going to get better as the season goes along. I just don't think they played enough. They played Calgary opening night, and they looked good. Line A was maybe the best game. We talked about it. We texted about it. It might have been the best game we've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
Scheifele's had kind of a weird start to the year. I don't know if he's still, he's coming off an injury, so I'll give him some time. Wheeler been missing open nets like crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on with him, but I like their roster. I mean, Hellebuyck, he's a top 3 goalie in the NHL, but I just think they need some more time. They played Ottawa twice and they've beaten Ottawa twice, so grain of salt there. But I think they'll get better. They just haven't looked great to start the year.
Yeah.
But to your point about Toronto, but go on about Toronto because they have some problems too.
Oh, well, I know Seamus is probably going to be screaming at us wherever he's listening to this. He's going to be screaming.
Yeah.
I think Toronto is not off to a great start. They have some issues. I don't care who comes after me after this. I don't like Jumbo Joe in Toronto.
Yeah.
He brings a lot of experience, but the guy won nothing in the league. He doesn't have any playoffs. But he's getting to a point where he's got to accept a third line, fourth line kind of spot. Play with, Spezza, Simmons, those kind of guys.
Yeah. Where
they know they have like a specific role, and like they had Thornton on the first line with Marner and Matthews. Like they can't keep up with it. Like he can't keep up with them. Like you see reports like AC Davos in the summer says that Thornton is just like a lost cannon, like can't keep up even over there. It's like I feel bad for him that he brought back to Toronto and he's kind of on the back end of his career. It would have been cool to see him in his prime.
Yeah, playing him on the top line didn't make any sense. And it was kind of reported that Matthews doesn't want to play with Hyman. And
Yeah.
that makes no sense to me. Hyman is so invaluable to that team because he's actually one of the forwards that will go in the corner. And I know that sounds crazy to some of the listeners today, but you watch the Leafs, there's not a lot of forwards that want to go in the corner and get the puck. I'll tell you this, Mitch Marner don't because he never does. Matthews is starting to. I think he's had a great start to the year. I've been really impressed with him. He's only scored twice, but every game he's involved. In the past, he could go games where you're like, where is he? Like, he just does his little C cuts and then you don't see him anymore. He's involved physically, he's shooting the puck, and he's dominant when he has it on his stick. So credit to him. I think he's really improved since he was drafted. But why wouldn't you want to play with Hyman?
Yeah.
Jumbo, I think Jumbo playing on the power play makes a lot of sense. But not 18 minutes a game. Play him 10 to 12 max. That's it.
Yeah. I'd cap him out at like 10, 12 minutes is like right around like where I'd be comfortable playing him. But I would make sure that he's having power play time. Like, he's a good look. He's, if they're looking at Matthews or Marner as the main play, like he's like kind of like Scottie Pippen on the Bulls when they do with Blind, he's like the decoy in the middle, right? So I don't know. But I just think like Toronto, I don't think they have the D or, the goaltending to, get where they want to go. And I think that the Leafs fans are going to have some pain and misery in the years to come.
Yeah, I got them third, but them and Winnipeg were really interchangeable for me. I just they beat Winnipeg, so I put them ahead of them. But yeah, their decor still leaves a lot to be desired. Playing 7 defensemen is really stupid to me too. Teams that do that, I just think of my dad and watching my sister's games when they're 7D and he's about ready to have an epileptic fit there. So I'm just like, okay, like let's not do this. You don't have enough forwards that you can dress 12 that you're comfortable with. You already have problems. And the news today, Jumbo's out a month with a broken rib, fractured rib, and Austin Matthews is out tonight against Edmonton. So
do you think that's a really upper body injury, or do you think Keefe's actually just kind of ticked off his comments about his coaching?
I don't know how you describe injuries. Upper body soreness. I think we all.
Yeah.
We all
I mean, I'm sore up on the upper body too, but I mean, I don't take a night off of hockey.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a bad pelt. Like I got a couple of delts in my back, just shooting, and I mean, unless he's got the Tiger Woods 5th back surgery in 7 years, which isn't normal. Maybe I don't know, upper body soreness. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think there's something hidden in the water there.
Yeah, he's got some soreness. He's got to stretch it out, and hopefully he gets better.
Yeah, really pray for him. Prayers for Matthews.
Let's hope for Matthews, get him back. I know I can't wait to see him back on the ice. So
yeah, send Seamus down to Toronto, get him a massage him.
He would, but this is the rules. Seamus, you can only massage him, and you can't stay for the game because protocols, and you can't go play cards or nothing because then you'll get fined. And
just like Ovi and the boys, yeah.
Yeah, Seamus is kind of like, he's a big fan of the Russians, so you kind of would want to join in on that party, maybe.
Yeah, he'd be right there with them, sitting at the table with the trench coat on.
Yeah, just with no money and,
Yeah, but yeah, you know how to do the tax work, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
save that mafia a bunch of cash.
Addition to them, I think.
Yeah,
he's nets off with his off ice activities. And,
yeah.
You never know what could happen there, but
yeah. Holy good God.
Who did you have 3?
I had the Jets. I think that they've been, I think they have a little bit more promise than the Leafs, to be honest. Like, I think they look pretty good. I mean, they won against Ottawa pretty handily, but I mean, they still look really good.
Mm-hmm.
So
like I said, I had them. Before the season, I have them finishing first. I'm not going to back off that after 5 games. I just think they got a deep team, and they got really good goaltending, and that's what you need to win now. Their defense was terrible last year, but they've upgraded it a lot, and just promoted from within where players are starting to get better too. So, and Maurice is a good coach, so that's another good point for them.
Yeah.
Top two. Who do you
Yeah,
got?
top two. I don't know if we're gonna have them in the same spots or if we're gonna be.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I got the Flames too.
Yeah, as do I.
Okay. Well, man, this is wicked. I don't think we've ever agreed on this much.
Yeah. Yeah, Calgary, like I said, they haven't. I don't know what the hell happened with the schedule, or they just didn't play all week. Because I guess Vancouver's been Montreal's been in Vancouver all week, and Winnipeg's been there, and so I guess they're kind of the 17, the odd team out. But
Yeah.
they've looked damn good. I mean, they lost to Winnipeg in the opener, but then they crushed Vancouver twice. I mean, just blew them out. Like,
Markstrom show. Markstrom
yeah.
show.
But you know what, Gaudreau and Monahan started to play better. Those are the two big things for me. Can they start playing at a high level? Rasmus Anderson's taking a step on the back end. Markstrom's been great, and of course Matthew Tkachuk. I mean, I love him to death. I mean, he's my favorite player in the NHL right now, and I think he brings it every game. You know, it could be 3 goals or it could be a fight, and you know, it could be a Gordie hat trick. You never know what you're going to get with him.
Yeah, I agree. He's pretty good. Like I would say he's like kind of taking the role of like Brad Marchand, but like, same kind of skill.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a good forward, and I think he kind of rubbed me the wrong way when he was going after Doughty.
Yeah.
But I watched a few of the games, and like him and his brother are both, just they're like you could throw them with bulls in a china shop and they're gonna come out right. So
Yeah.
like they look good. I wasn't really sure if Gaudreau was gonna stay in Calgary this year. I thought there was gonna be rumors of him going, maybe Philly or something. But like him and Monahan are starting to look pretty good. And when I think that Dubé he gets rolling, they're gonna be a pretty good team.
Yeah, Dubé's been a good player so far this year. I think he's going to be a good player in the league in general. I think he's got a lot to add. But Elias Lindholm, he's a good regular season player. He's always 20-25 goal scorer. You said Tkachuk, Monahan is a warrior. I give him a ton of credit. I mean, that 2 years ago he had 8 surgeries. He had like hip surgery, shoulder, like all in the same offseason. It's basically his whole body was in a cast. I mean, I don't know he had to hire somebody to wipe his ass, but like
wonder if he had any upper body soreness.
Yeah.
Bet you he wouldn't.
That's the same injury that Matthews has. They got upper body soreness.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a minor surgery tonight, and then somehow he'll play Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah. Jeez.
My mother's gonna kill me hearing this, but she knows. She's a nurse. She knows upper body soreness. So I'll ask her after the podcast to explain it to me, and then we'll move on from there. But
if she doesn't choke you to death, let me know.
Yeah, if I'm on the podcast tomorrow, that means I lived after that conversation.
Yeah.
But obviously us having Calgary too, it means that we both have the Canadien de Montréal number 1. Yeah. But yeah, what stood out for you early on in the year?
Just like their forwards, I don't really, like you said, I think the other day, there's no superstars in Montreal. Mm-hmm. It may be a stretch to say that there's a star in Montreal up front.
Yeah. Like
Toffoli, Tatar, Suzuki, he's looked real good. Gallagher, Anderson look, he's a machine. He threw Quinn Hughes the other night into the posts, and like, man, like they got some good guys, and even Drouin.
He's played better. Yeah,
he's not bad. Like he's kind of maybe starting to get his game where he wants it to be, I think, and maybe the coaches are letting him play. But like the thing that is set the Habs away from me is the goaltending and defense. Like just. Like Allen has played phenomenal. Price, he's here and there, but I think when it comes down to it, Price is going to have his game. I don't know if they're winning the division, but they're looking like they're going to have a good year, I think.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in it all year because, like we said, I don't think there's, at least for me, there's no clear-cut number 1 in this North. really, I mean, you look at some of the divisions like Tampa's clear for me. Clearly, they're going to win that division.
Yeah, Vegas.
Vegas, I think, will win that one, even with Colorado. Just Colorado's goaltending is just so bad. But like for this, if Toronto could win the division, we were making fun of Matthews with his upper body soreness today, but they could win the division. You know, they're
Very
a
well.
great
Like
team.
they could, yeah.
Yeah, Montreal could win it. I think we said Calgary. I think Winnipeg can win it. You know, Edmonton, maybe they catch fire. Who knows?
Yeah.
Vancouver and
Miracle
Ottawa,
on
I have
Ice.
way less faith in. But you know, it's wide open for anybody that can find their game here.
Yeah.
Montreal's just they're deep. They're 4 lines deep. I mean, Jacob Evans, their fourth line center. I like his game a lot. He's another agitator that can score and he pisses people off when he's on the ice.
And I thought, I don't know if you watched the game last night, but
Yeah.
I thought Armia was unreal.
Oof. He had
Like
an unreal game last night.
until Tyler Myers come across, just headhunting. I know you hated the review too. I could hear you screaming from here.
I know that was the thing. Last night I'm like, maybe I want to get to bed early tonight, catch a couple
It's a
Z's,
sack.
early risers. I'll tape the game. But watch the first period. I'm like, it's pretty good. And the Colorado game is on. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to miss any. I can just stagger them.
Yeah.
Then I get second period. I'm like, well, this is great. I can't go to bed now. And I'm just like, fuck. And then
Great games.
yeah, and I get to the end of that one. I don't know. I looked at it again this morning, Case, and I don't know if he was aiming for the head. I think he hit him
No,
right here. You know, it's
like
tough.
the angles were bad.
Yeah, and that's so hard to believe that they couldn't get a review right. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, like from like obviously you're gonna see it from every angle after it's been done, right? But
Yeah.
like the view that you had from the bench looking at the penalty box, like
Mm-hmm.
like across the ice, you could see like Armia had no clue he was coming,
No,
and
his
he had
head
two
was
guys.
down.
Yeah, he has two guys on him like with back pressure, and the guy cuts across like that. It looked bad. It looked really bad, but I don't think it was a headshot. Like
No,
the
and
review.
plus Myers is 6'7".
Yeah, that's like like Chara hits a guy that's 6'5". It's still gonna look bad because Chara's 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, it's so true. But yeah, Montreal's playing great, and like we said, that not every game they play has been good so far. I find for Montreal, they're a fun team to watch, and Armia's an underrated player. Shorthanded goal, he can play power play. Like he's a utility knife for them.
Yeah, I know my grandfather, happy man.
Yeah,
Blaine, real happy man, a happy fella.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
That it's always good good to hear there. So yeah, so Casey, we got a lot of the same thing. We got Montreal, Calgary up top. We got Toronto and Winnipeg switching slots for me and Case. We got Edmonton in the 5-hole, and then we got Vancouver
Flip-flop
and
Canucks.
Ottawa switching. So a lot of the same things here. And something, we see a lot of these lists, and I decided not to do top 10 because I'd have too many players. So we just do today our top 5 players in the NHL right now. And I wanted to do this for a couple of reasons, because it's fun and we piss off some people. So I get a lot of pleasure.
Oh yeah, when you sent me this, I said, okay, these are all right questions. I said the North Power rankings. I said Kent County. I haven't shown my face there very often, so I don't know if I'll show my face there anymore after the power rankings. But this could hurt a lot of people's feelings here. These top 5. But you know what? That's what we get down to the point.
Exactly.
This is it.
We're heartbreakers over here,
Yeah, big time.
So give us your 5-1 list, and then I'll compare mine.
All right, I got all forwards. I'll put that out there now.
Okay.
I got Braden Point.
Ooh, I like it.
I think he was unreal.
OT winner last night.
Yeah. I got Sid still in the 4-hole.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just like most complete player in the game,
Yeah.
3, this is where it gets interesting. I don't know, I got Connor McDavid.
Oh,
in the 3-hole. Yeah, I got him in the 3-hole.
okay.
Second, I got Kucherov. He's out
Wow.
this year, but I still got him in my top 5.
Hmm.
Just I think like he got like next level skill. He's not fast, but he got like skill galore.
He's got a great shot.
Yeah. And number 1 is Nate the D-O-double-G McKinnon. I
Yeah.
got Nate Dogg in the first hole. I think he's like unreal, like just
Yeah,
insane.
he's so good. He's I he's not as fast as Connor, but the way he skates with power. Like it's
Yeah.
just like woof woof, he's coming at you, and he's phenomenal. But I like your list. It's interesting.
Him and Sawyer play together. Did him and McKinnon play
Yeah,
together?
actually, the year they won the Memorial Cup, Sawyer was traded.
So Sawyer didn't get torched in practice.
Yeah,
Oh, same thing. You go.
yeah, they're BFFs there for a little bit. So
Oh man.
him and cousin Sawyer are just doing their thing. Moosehead pride and just ripping it
Like
up.
driving them to practice in school. I'll show you the way, boys. Don't worry.
Yeah. So yeah, they did spend some time together, him and Nate and Drouin actually. So
Yeah.
all those, but no, I like the list. We got some of the same players. I got a few different from you. I like your point edition. I like that one a lot because
Yeah, he's like unreal, I think.
if it was top 10, there'd be too many players I don't think people have heard of in points. People are like, who's Braden Point? But
Take him in your fantasy. Take him in your fantasy.
take
Bet
it.
that house on the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah. So number 5, I got Leon Draisaitl. He coming off a Hart Trophy year. He's got all the skill in the world. He's dynamic player. I think, a lot of people, we had that list for TSN, which I just wanted to burn, but
Yeah.
they had Matthews 4th on the list or something ahead of Draisaitl and Hedman and all the Point. And I'm like, okay. Draisaitl has actually won a major award, contrary to, he's won the Hart League MVP. I mean, that's Kucherov, League MVP, Connor, League.
Is that good?
Yeah. Brady Point could have won the Conn Smythe. Victor Hedman wasn't a super freak. So,
Yeah.
4, I got Victor Hedman. I think he's the best defenseman in the NHL. I think it's him, and then I got Seth Jones below him, but like it's a wide margin. I mean, the way he skates at that size, and just he can play physical, he can be a skill. I mean, we saw he scored 9 goals in the bubble in the playoffs. I mean, he's just the way he closes on people, and he set up Point for that overtime winner last night. Just a really skilled play. But he's so good. I love what he brings to the table. 3, I have Sid the Kid. I agree with your points. He's still probably the most complete player in the NHL when it comes to playing 200 feet. I don't think he did that early in his career, and I don't think that's why they won. That was never pointed out by the media, but pointed out
here. To the point.
Here to the point. It will be mentioned because a lot of people in this
break news here.
Case, but there's a lot of people around here who are very fond of Sidney Crosby. Almost like scary in love with him. So when you say something even a little bit critical, it's a bit touchy.
Oh yeah,
we got to do it. We got to do it here because that's what we do. But he's had a good start to the year. Pittsburgh's beaten Washington twice in a row, and I still think he brings it night in, night out.
Yeah.
I flipped these twice. I had them written down, their numbers, and I'm like, who should I put first and who should I put second? But I ended up putting McDavid second, and I put McKinnon first. Connor, I think he's more skilled than McKinnon, slightly, but I just think McKinnon brings more to the table. McDavid hasn't shown an ability to play more than in the offensive zone his whole career, and I think that's part of the reason why Edmonton's not having that much success. I mean, obviously he doesn't have the depth to play with, but he's kind of you got to play both ends, and I think McKinnon does that better. I mean, he back checks. He's so fast. He's quick. When he makes a mistake, he wants to cover it up. So McKinnon with the Avs, I think he was struggled early in his career, but he found it, and now he's just a superstar. So, we didn't have a bad list. We got both of us have two Nova Scotia guys in our top here, so we'll
Yeah.
keep some people happy.
Maritime pride.
Yeah, Maritime pride.
We're not repping that
Ryan
East Coast
Graves
though.
at 6. Ryan Graves at 6, just Maritime pride. And
Brad Marchand, Phil Myers.
Yeah. Phil Myers, he's high. He's high up there.
Yeah.
But they didn't make it today. Maybe next time. They keep playing hard. Check well, and a couple little things. But but no, I like our list. A lot of the same guys, but I think these lists are always changing, and I think players
100%.
get better. And I think most people would have Pasternak in their top 10. He hasn't played a game yet this year. And if you don't have Pasternak in your top 10, I'd like to have you on.
we need to track the people down that don't have Pasta in the top 10.
Yeah, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about the Rangers, Alexis Lafreniere. What do you think? What do you think of his start to the year?
I think it's been a little lackluster.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in New York's going to be a tough market. I think he kind of lucked out a little bit this year because there is no fans in the rink. If he has a couple bad games, here and there with the full crowd, I think they're going to get on him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he kind of saves himself this year, not, having to deal with all that. But I think, they got him in the third line, don't they?
Yeah.
So there's guys ahead of him that are, they're there to get the job done. Right. So, he's seeing guys that are checking, he's playing against good players, he's going to be able to find a way to adapt there soon. But, when he gets his first one, I think they're going to start coming.
Yeah, I agree. He's just been okay. They have an interesting game tonight. They play Pittsburgh tonight. So he's playing his idol, Crosby.
Yeah.
They both played in Rimouski, obviously. Both won. The only two guys that ever won CHL Player of the Year twice. So, but I still think he's got more to give. Obviously, the Rangers have had not a great start, but they're a good team. I think they're young. I think they're kind of building, but they'll be a threat in the future here if they can keep up their good play.
Yeah, and I just left him off my top 5, but I think that Panarin is he's really good, and I know you mentioned Chicago was just they're dump now. I mean, and Panarin started in Chicago, so it must really sting management over there to see their draft picks doing well.
Yeah, that's always tough. I mean, you think of I think of Nashville and the horror stories they must have with Seth Jones. I mean, oh my God. Yeah. Even with Weber, you traded him for Subban straight up, that would ponder suicide. I mean, come on.
All right, I'm gonna ask you, who do you think won that trade after the long time after the fact? But who do you think is the big winner
of the Weber deal?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to be fair here. Okay.
Yeah.
So Nashville did get to a Stanley Cup final with Subban. Mm-hmm. So that's positive. They traded him to New Jersey for a bag of pucks.
A couple Tide Pods.
Yeah, Tide Pods, maybe a bus. I'm still gonna say Montreal, even with Weber's injuries and that, just because I think he's playing at a high level still. And Nashville, PK's in New Jersey. So, yeah. But I see where they're coming from, where they got to a Stanley Cup final, so they can value that, even though, but I'd probably still say Montreal just because I like Weber more.
I think that I would agree with you. Montreal, I think, won that trade, even at the time.
Mm-hmm.
People probably won't agree with you, but I would say that Montreal won that trade the day it happened.
I said that. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that when PK went to Nashville, he got them to a cup final, but I mean, they came up short, and they got rid of him within a couple of years, right? So I think when he went to Nashville, he was just so demoralized that Montreal, let go of him, and I think it sent his game. Yeah, sent his game right down the tubes because, I'll say it even I think he looked real bad last year, and didn't know if what was going to happen. And you see him fighting in camp before the year started.
Yeah.
Miles Wood, you never know, because he has had those scuffles in Montreal, right? So
Somebody must have skated by him, one of his teammates, and said, "How's Lindsey Vaughn?"
yeah, really, gritty.
Yeah, they got the axe, the old. I can't believe that couple didn't last. I mean, I'm shocked
Yeah.
to hear that. I mean, I know when I see a lot
Couldn't
of
believe it.
couples, I'm just stunned to see them break up. I don't know about you, but it's just shocking to me.
Yeah, sure
See
we could.
that?
I'm sure that there's 1,000 girls throwing themselves at PK Subban. I'm sure he's not too
Oh, he's doing
concerned.
fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing okay. He's doing more than fine.
Yeah.
He's
There's the thing called Tinder and Christian Mingle. Look it up.
Christian Mingle. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, your Ross A. Netherwood background. It's only fitting that you know about Christian Mingle.
That's funny. Holy shit.
I guess we'll need Catholic Mingle maybe.
Yeah.
Get some wafers and just have a grand old time. How about you? Any big plans for the weekend? Any sporting events you got your eyes on?
Well, I got a couple games each night, really. For tonight, I got the Rangers and Pens. Lafreniere versus Crosby, and then before the year started, I had these guys penciled in as the battle of the basement, but I got the Wings and Hawks tonight. I like.
You know what? I'm gonna say this because they play at 1:00 on Sunday, and that's the first game of the day. I'll watch that one. I'm not watching the one tonight because I can't do it. Sunday I'll probably watch the whole game because it's right before the NFL game, but I can't do it tonight. Wings, Hawks. Good God.
That's so funny. Oh man.
Sunday at 1:00, I'll have that on. NBC, I'll have it on here, but it's good God. I can't do that twice.
Battle of the basement, man. That's Kane versus Larkin.
Who doesn't love that? I mean,
NBC, yeah, that's a primetime seller. A lot of people probably gonna be mad about that too. I said that.
Yeah. Yeah, versus Kane. Yeah, I love it.
I like. I'm gonna be tuning into the Stars and Sabres or the Stars and Preds game tonight too.
That was mine. Yeah, I want to see how the Stars look. I mean, obviously, not playing yet. Nashville being caught up in Carolina's COVID outbreak. I want to see how Dallas. They're gonna have to play a ton of games here in a short period of time. Oh my God!
No weeks off for them.
Oh, those poor bastards are gonna be have no legs. But anyways, but
they may pull out early and just try and get on the links to refresh.
Yeah, they had the shortest break, and now they're doing this, and those poor bastards.
Yeah.
I also like. I want to
division with Tampa.
Yeah, I want to see the Columbus game tomorrow to see if Dubois plays more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, maybe he gets health bombed and shipped.
No, Torts will dress him and just sit him there. He gets more enjoyment out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, play him for 11 seconds and then get him off the ice. Sorry, whistle. I'll get you out there soon.
Go penalty kill, win the draw, right back to the bench. Yeah, and also this weekend, I think I'm gonna buy that the MMA pay-per-view there, McGregor.
Fight card, eh?
So I think I'm gonna buy that just by myself. We're in red here, just being the pooch, just watch some toxic masculinity and see some punches just get thrown.
Yeah.
So.
I know that's what you really want to do to society. All those people that didn't listen to COVID restrictions and close the gyms down. That's what you tune in on Saturday night at UFC. That's what Juggy wants to do to you guys.
Yes, exactly. If you people that traveled that couldn't sit still and you went to Costco the next day because you were so horny for a grapefruit, watch whatever happens this weekend. Whoever gets knocked the hell out, I wish that was you. You friggin'.
Oh man, who do you got in that? Who do you got in the main event?
I'll say this: if McGregor doesn't win this fight, he should actually retire because this is his second straight layup fight for me. I mean, he fought Cowboy; that was such an easy win. I think he'll win against Poirier, first round knockout for McGregor. I don't think it'll be that close.
Yeah, I've talked to a few people that are real into UFC, and they seem to think that this is going to be over real quick.
Right.
So I don't know. Like I think it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
MMA's. I've gotten an MMA the last year and a half, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, it's violent, so if you don't like
I
violence,
like
not the best
I
thing.
like the brutalness of it though.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it wicked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Some people say it's pretty sinister, but whatever.
yeah. Patrick Mahomes was concussed playing football on Sunday. He was a little groggy.
Yeah.
I'm still
Hey, his
gonna tune
mom,
in.
even his mom called out the player, right?
That was ridiculous. Like he friggin' tackled him normal, and okay, he pinched
Yeah,
him.
he's a dirty player.
Yeah. Fucking believe him. Leave him alone.
Like if I was Patrick Mahomes, I'd be paying Twitter to ban his mom's tweets during
Yes,
game
I'd be
time.
giving her a call and saying, "Hello, mother, I love you. Shut it. Don't. They're gonna hit me harder now."
Yeah, like he's making 450 million, ain't he? I think he can. I think he could spare a couple hundred sheets if stay off Twitter.
You remember that house that I bought you? Yes. Sit in there and get off Twitter.
Uh,
But yeah, who do you have this weekend in the two games?
well, I got I got the Packers in that one, and I don't know. We talked about it earlier. I don't really know if Mahomes is gonna be in. He's been getting a lot of reps in practice. If he plays, I think that the Chiefs might take it, but I don't know. I think like they have Tyreek Hill. They got
Kelsey.
Kelsey, yeah, the tight end. He's just unreal. Like they kind of get it done by committee over there, but I think the Bills. If Mahomes isn't playing, I think the Bills got a real good chance.
Yeah, Mahomes had that injury before, I guess, because he had that foot injury or something that I thought I was watching the game. I'm like, okay, stop talking about this stupid foot injury. He's freaking rolling around and he throws a 50-yard pass. Like he's not that hurt. Like freaking
Yeah,
but
guy's got a bazooka.
yeah, is it his arm? No, he can still throw it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't need his damn head.
Yeah. But yeah, that both games are going to be good. But I like the Bills Chiefs matchup a little bit more, just because I think Allen and Mahomes are the future of the league, and you kind of got the elder statesman and Brady and Rodgers in the other one. So it's a
Dinosaur battle.
yeah, it's Brady. If Tampa wins, it'd be the first team to host a Super Bowl. Like the Super Bowl's in Tampa Bay, so Tampa Bay would actually have a home game in the Super Bowl for the first time ever. So that. A lot in the line, even with Brady with already 6 Super Bowls under his belt.
Yeah, could be another great year for Brady. What is it, 10 or 11 years now? He's been in the damn Super Bowl.
He doesn't have many bad years. He's winning Super Bowls. He's got lots of money. Most people find his wife, they're Giselle Butchin or Bunchin, or however you say it there. Most people find her pretty good looking. So I think he's doing okay. He's doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's a lip kisser. He kisses his sons on the lips. That rubs me the wrong way, man. But other than that, he's not a bad dude, I don't think.
Yeah, I can't get down with that.
No.
I'm not okay with like the daughter. It's just
it's just weird situation, weird. Man. Especially he's so televised, he's so covered. I would not be doing that.
No, just go count your money and don't kiss your kids and just I don't know. We're not parents, but we're better than most. So
yeah,
we're good armchair parents.
Yeah. Couple more games I got is I want to see the Leafs in Calgary on Sunday. I'm gonna be tuning into that one.
Yeah.
And I know they play tonight and on Sunday the Sabres and Caps. I want to see the COVID squad there for Washington. How they're gonna do so.
Poor guys there. Fuck, they're gonna be playing thin. They're gonna need old Tommy Wilson just to be even better than he has been already this year. And he's been really
he's been money though.
Yeah, he's rolling in dough.
Oh yeah.
But
the Oilers play too, don't they?
Yeah, they play tomorrow. They play tonight against Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe it's Sunday they play.
Yeah. They might play maybe Ottawa. But yeah, they play this week. They play this weekend or twice this weekend too. So lots of sports this weekend. Like BK said, if we're in red, stay home, watch some sports.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good weekend for that. Good weekend for coaching. But no, Case, this is a lot of fun. I've had a blast talking with you, just joking, seeing you. It's always fun. So thank you so much for coming on, and we'll have to do this again.
Yeah, man. I'm down to come on whenever you want. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm down in my undercover bunker here, safe from COVID, so I'm reachable and I'm not stranded too far from the TV. Kind of upset the Browns aren't in the big game, but hey, is what it is.
As I said, as they say, better luck next year. You know.
Yeah. Baker's coming back next year.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back, and I don't
Yeah,
know if Odell's coming back, but Baker will be back.
hey, Odell's been catching number twos long enough to take a hike this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Thanks again to Casey Ward for joining me. But for everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk soon.